Hi, so I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a tutorial on how to do Lesson 5 input and output activities. So you will be using the activity guide, which is going to be a doc, but before you start, you should know some key vocabulary. Input is the amount or is the information computers get from users, devices, or other computers. So input can come from you, the user, answering questions, pushing certain buttons, that kind of thing. Input can also come from other sources besides just the user. For example, something like a GPS, which might be available or useful for input to determine where the user is. It could get sources from the internet, like forums for reviews of certain products, that kind of thing. Output is the information computers give to users, devices, or other computers. So the output would, the end result could be, if it's an app, for example, where you are looking for a new movie to watch. So the output is going to be what you want that computer to give you, what you want that app to provide for you. So it might have a list of available movies that you'd like to see. So you're going to be following the directions in the attached Lesson 5 activity guide. So let's go. So let's click on the activity guide. That's the first thing you're going to be doing. So it shows up like this. So again, here's your key vocabulary. So the first thing you're going to be doing is you're going to try out this Pet Chooser app. So to get to the Pet Chooser app, gives you this hyperlink over here. Just click on the Pet Chooser app right there. So it's going to link you over to Code. If you have not signed into Code yet, all you need to do, it's really quite simple, is you continue with Google, which is going to allow you to continue on to code.org through your Google, your Gmail, your school ID. Okay. So you're going to allow it to do all of that. So here you go. So you're going to be using the Pet Chooser app right here, and to get it started, you're going to hit this orange button, Run. The phone, or the image of the phone, is going to turn black. Now you're ready to work with it. So you're going to work with Inside. And in order to do this, you have to click that orange Run. So you click here to start, and you're going to be answering these questions. It's going to give me a tarantula. So I do want you to play around with this a couple of times. You hit the reset button, and then you can run again. So again, you want to wait for this to turn black. So you hit Run. There you go. Now you can go inside and click here to start. So you're going to be trying this out a few times, putting some inputs in. What are some of the inputs that you added? What are the outputs that you ended up getting? Okay, so then you're going to go back to your activity guide and put the inputs in here and the outputs in here. Okay. Then you're going to keep moving on. You're going to go to the Story Creator app. Let me X out of here. Story Creator app, same idea. You try this out a few times. It's going to link you back to Code. You shouldn't have to log into Code each time. It should keep you logged in. So again, same idea. To get it started, you hit Run, and then you're going to fill in the blanks. And then you're going to make a sci-fi story. So once you put in your information, you can click on Sci-Fi Story, and then you can read it along. And then if you wanted to start it again, you can reset. And again, you have to hit Run in order to use it, and then you can put the information in. You can make a Western story, and once again, you're going to try this out a few times. What are the inputs and what are the outputs? And you're going to put your answers right here. You're going to move on to the new app idea, where you can brainstorm with somebody, with a partner or a couple of people, and you guys can brainstorm a new app idea. You can also work individually if you'd like. You're going to think of a new app idea. What does it do, and what's the inputs and the outputs? So you're going to write what it does, what are its inputs, and what are its outputs. You are then going to continue moving on, where so far all of the input that we've seen comes directly from the user. This is where you can brainstorm other ways an app might get the information that it needs. Okay, so what other places besides the user could an app get information from? So I kind of mentioned before where if it's doing a search for some movies around you, besides maybe answering some questions about some of your favorite movies so it can give a list, what other kinds of places, what other kinds of information does it need, and where would it get that information from? So you're going to brainstorm some ways over here. So you're going to try next the new improved pet app. So again, you click on it, and there are some changes to the app from before. So this is the same. So now you have an addition. You're going to go find it. Okay. So you're going to say, what are the new inputs, and what's the source of the new inputs? So what is it providing for you, and where is that information coming from? It's not coming from the user. Okay? You can certainly try this one out a few times. Going back to the lesson 5 activity, the very last thing, a couple of things you're going to do. How can you, all right, so jumping ahead here. Here's the user. You know, like you're going to determine the information that the app gets from the user. You're going to put in the information that it's getting from, you know, maybe GPS or temperature. What information is the app getting from, you know, from a GPS or like temperature, that kind of thing. And what other information is it getting from the internet? Okay, so you're going to put in the information there, and it's all based on the improved version of the pet app. Then you're going to come up with your app idea. So you're going to be utilizing the app that you had over here. And now you're going to add some additional sources of input to this app idea you had. And then the very last thing you're going to do is you're brainstorming an everyday activity that you or people you know do with an app or a computer. And you're going to say what that activity is, what is it, what's the input used for that activity, and what is the output. Okay? So that's it in a nutshell. Hopefully you guys can work through this in one class period. And again, you can work with people at your table. That's fine. You can collaborate, but each of you guys are going to be responsible to hand in your own doc. Good luck.